What's going on YouTube? It's your dude Shads. I'm bringing you another video today. I was about to say another tips and tricks video, but this is my first tips and tricks video. We're going to be covering the map Retreat Hardpoint, as you can tell. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about anchoring. Now I'm going to make a separate video after I put all these Hardpoint ones out about anchoring and the importance of it. But for this first hill, since it's right in the center, you really don't, it doesn't matter which spawn you have, just as long as your ARs are getting the kills from up high, like up here or over there if you're from that spawn. As long as you're getting those kills and as long as your subs are getting the kills, you're good. But like I said, key positions for the first hill is up here. You can see basically all the way back there. You can see into their lobby. You can see top their singles. You can see if anybody comes up here, and you can see if anybody is coming up these stairs too. The next little spot, of course, is up here. Now you can see this. It's a really symmetrical map, so it's basically just the same thing. You see their lobby, you see their little arc thing, you see the top their dubs. You can see if anybody's heckling this wall too. But the main thing that's vital to this hill, you cannot hold any time in this hill unless you have this. You have to have towel control. If you don't have towel control, it's impossible to hold any time, because if you're just sitting over here, let's say, hold on, right here, if I'm sitting here in the corner and somebody comes from towels, if two people come from towels and flood it, like, unless you're a god or unless you're a warrior, you're never going to win that gunfight. You're not going to win a 1-on-2. You're going to get flooded and you're going to get beat in a gunfight. So you need somebody in here with a sub holding down towels. You can go here, you can go here, you can slide over here, go here. You can go behind the desk, you could head glitch this, or you could even come up here if you wanted to, get this, jump down in this, oh, I think I already did. But you can get up on this top ledge, or you can jump down in this like little ledgy thing right here and just look in. Or you can actually get up here and jump up, because the roof doesn't limit you, so you can jump up here and see if anybody's coming in. Towels. You don't really have to exit, you can just jump up and down. You can see pretty well. So the next hill is going to be back statue. So what you're going to want to do, a typical setup would be 2 bows and 2 subs. So what you want your anchor to do is come back here and sit on this and watch the back. You can watch the front, but most of the time the pressure is going to be coming from the back, just from experience playing this map. Most teams aren't gonna 4-man rush over the wall. That'd be pretty reckless, but it might work out sometimes. So just keep that in mind. So you can either sit here and watch the back, or this is a little bit more covered to the stairway, but you can come right here and just sit and watch the back, or you could actually just come right here and head glitch this, I guess, if you wanted to as well. That's actually not a bad spot. But another thing you want is somebody in the hill, obviously, and then somebody to come up here and watch poolside to make sure nobody comes from towels or any side of this map. Let's see. Next thing is you want those are kind of an awkward noise, but you want somebody to come down here with a sub and slay around the bottom. A good spot for this. You don't have to sit in one spot, obviously, but if you just want to sit here for a quick second, it covers here and it covers here. And the main reason you want somebody down here is so say I'm on the other team, you don't want anybody coming in here, boosting up to the top. Oh shit, I missed that. That was an epic fail. But it boosts up to the top, come over here, and just boom, jump on the hill and surprise everybody. You don't want anybody to do that. So that's why you have somebody sitting bottom lobby and protecting this. Just slaying out. You can even come out here and help the guy who's watching the wall if you wanted to, and just lay out a little bit there. But another thing too is if your wall guy is here and you don't see anybody pool, you can also just turn around and watch this cut, because nobody, as I said, was watching cut. So you can just turn around and watch this and just kind of strafe back and forth if you want to. But different teams have different setups, so kind of depends on your preferability. But the next hill is going to be over here in this other lobby. So what you're going to want to do first thing your anchor wants to do is come back here. Make sure that nobody is sitting back here. This is really important, because if you have somebody sitting back here, they're gonna be messing up your spawns and stuff, which I'll talk about in the anchoring video, and you don't want that. So make sure that's cleared out, and then what you're gonna want your anchor to do is either sit here and watch this, or you could actually just come down here and just head glitch this wall and make sure nobody comes around, or nobody comes to the center or goes through towels or anything like that. Then you're going to want your hill guy in the hill, obviously. You're going to want a bal or an melee, depending on what you want to use, I guess. Come over here and watch this. You actually sit here and you can see their lobby. You can see towels, but most likely the guy mid-map will get anybody if they go into towels. And if they don't, they can call you out, or they can call them out. And then you can see if anybody comes to jump all or on the side. Another good spot right here that a lot of people really don't expect is if you can just sit here by the tree, because nobody's going to be looking over at the tree. Most people think of the rock as the spot that most ARs are just going to be sitting at, holding down. But if you play sneaky like this, chances are the first time they try to rotate for the hill over this on the side of the map, you're going to get either 1 or 2 picks. And then if your team slays out for that like rush of people, that's going to be at least like 10-15 seconds for you guys on the hill. So that's a huge play if you can make it. And then your last guy is going to be sitting over here in the, or he's just going to be roaming around. You're not going to be sitting anywhere. He's just going to be roaming around outside the hill, coming around here down gym, just to make sure nobody's flanking. Come up here, see if anybody's flanking up here or through the back or whatever they might be doing, just to pick up any loose stranglers or just buffoons just doing whatever they want, being sneaky beavers, stuff like that. But the next hill, the 4th hill, is going to be over here down at bar. Now this one, the anchoring you want, it's not really, it's preferred. What you want is what you want to get. That I worded that really bad, but it's really dependent on what your team likes and what you want to do. But myself personally, I would want this spawn over here, just because there's so many different head glitches and stuff that you can use to pick off people with an AR that are inside the hill and outside the hill. Whereas over here, there's really only like 3 or 4 head glitches. Like there's this, obviously. You can see people from there. You can head glitch this thing. You can head glitch the tables, I guess. But there really isn't a lot of spots that you can like line up any shots. Like here, the only way you're gonna actually pick somebody off is if they just come up to the hill, just like rush the hill like an idiot. But most of the time that's not gonna happen. They're gonna rush in here most of the time, so you're not really gonna see much happening. But if you're over here in the other spawn, on the other hand, you're gonna have a lot of places you can set up. So the main place that I like to set up if I'm using an AR is right here. This spot is literally God. You can see inside here, you can see pretty much all the way into gym, and if you have a thermal melee, you're going to be able to see it a lot clearer, because you'll be able to see when people come through the doorway, because they'll be lighted up. You can call it out. But you can actually head glitch this too and just see on the other side if you need to. You can sit right here and head glitch this plant thingy. You can get up on this bench and head glitch this. You can kind of see into gym, but not too much. You can head glitch the pillar, like so. And, well, I'm not really sure about this one. Well, no, not that one. Never mind. Pretend I didn't say that. But next hill, the final hill, is going to be up here. Now, before I say anything about this hill, personally, I think this is probably the hardest hill on the map to hold down, just because there's so many spots that people can come from. But obviously you're going to want these back spawns with your anchor. It's basically just going to be a setup kind of like the second hill, this turtle statue hill. You're going to want somebody sitting back here with an AR watching this. You're going to want somebody in the hill, obviously up here. Then you're going to want somebody roaming around with a sub down here just slaying out. Then you're going to want a if you want somebody over here, jump wall. Just looking at poolside. And then one more thing before I go, this last hill, since like I said, it is hard to break, or since it's one of the hardest hills to hold, it is also one of the hardest hills to break. So with that being said, usually in Black Ops 2 you would rotate around like 20 or so seconds. In this game, usually people start rotating at about 15. But for this hill, I would honestly take the extra like 5 or 6 seconds just to rotate to this hill, because if you don't get set up on this hill, it's going to be pretty hard to break. If you can win most of your gunfights, you can break it, but there's a lot of spots to hold off. Like up here, I almost fell off there. You have to hold off this to make sure nobody comes over here, jump wall, and just jumps up. You have to hold off the back. You have to hold off the front. Hold off these doors. You have to hold off if anybody comes down here. I've never seen this, but if somebody like comes down here and like jumps up, I guess. I don't know. I haven't really seen that a lot, but there's a lot of ways that you have to hold this hill. So if you can rotate early, it'll pay off in the end. But that's basically going to do it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tips and tricks video. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Sub down below if you haven't done so already. I'll be posting more of these in the next few days, and then I'll be posting an anchoring video. So keep on the lookout for that. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.